Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to a coding Q&A where I will be I'll be answering questions or trying to answer questions that you ask. And thank you so much for Vibe Newt for all the support. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are first going to start off with some newts on the screen. There they are. Let me actually refresh this. So we built this last time in honor of Revive Newt and all the generosity that they bring to this channel. And we appreciate you. I haven't set up any automation yet. We need to get it so that whenever Revive Newt enters the chat, the newts are all around. Oh, thank you everyone for all the bits. Oh yeah. So there's all kinds of new things. Welcome everyone. If you're new here, this is a show where I answer questions. What is Revive Newt? This is a good question. Revive Newt is a very generous person, is what Revive Newt is. Thank you very much. Nessie for the 2-month reset. Much appreciated. Yes, you'll get a hello, and you'll probably get another hello in a second. What I'm about to do, we're going to leave these newts on while the hype train is happening. Yes. What am I doing? Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay. First of all, we got new emotes, so check out the emotes if you're a sub. You can use all these cool new emotes. We're gonna keep track of how often. Good evening, Revive Newt, and thank you again for all those supports. Bashir with the 100 bits. Yeah, and Murdoch mentioned you should check out my custom cheer mote. I can't see it because I'm not allowed to cheer to myself, but Murdoch created them. They are animated yerba mates. It's amazing. Cool. Yeah. So check out the new emotes. Welcome to the show. We're going to answer questions, so if you have a question... Not Murdoch. Did I say Murdoch? Doc. Just Doc. There's a lot of docs here. I lose track, but Doc D. Doc D is the one who created them. But if you go to this website, vox.coding.garden, this has questions that people have asked in the past. You can ask questions. There are some things you can run in the chat which will allow you to ask questions, comment on questions, upvote other questions. Thank you. Funny dude! 1,000 bits! Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, it's me. So that's that. Let's say hi to everybody, because we're just getting started. And sadly, I'm only going to be able to stream for about 2 hours. Yeah, that's hype train's great. We're going to acknowledge every single person in the hype train. Yeah, and I will tell you, if you have a question, you should use these commands, because if you don't use these commands, your question will get lost in the chat. So use these commands, it'll get saved there, and if we don't answer it today, we can try answering it another time. I have so much work to do. All right, if you say hi, hello, hey, morning, afternoon, or thanks, Revive... Actually, we could do a regular expression. Thanks, followed by a space, followed by 0 or more of anything, followed by Newt. So if you say thanks, Revive Newt, it'll show up here as well. All right. Yeah, look at all the new emotes. Hello, Alka. Welcome to the show. Check out Alka. He's a member of our Live Coders team. And thank you, everyone, for that hype train. And Garge with the Twitch Prime sub. Very much appreciated. Wow. Choo-choo. Into one. Zien Dobry. How's it going? Hello, Richard Canuck. Anestra. Hello. Sias Machan, how's it going? Andrew Lane, welcome. Hello, Casper. Yeah, I really like, so I shouted out She.Mo earlier. Can we get another shout out for She.? They created the pixel art that you saw at the beginning of the stream, and we immortalized it into the Panzer emote. It's pretty good. I'm thinking we should rename it to like Saint Panzer or something like that. That actually makes a whole lot more sense. Right now it's just Panzer. That's my dog, by the way. What's up, Karate Wump? Catherine, how's it going? Hello, Pwn Repeat. Robo Wump, who is Pwn Repeat's bot. Welcome. Hello, Original. Welcome. Hello, Subin. Unfair. Karate Wump. Clavicle. Callum with the 5 gifted. Almost. Yeah, English is the only language that I know for the most part. And thank you so much, Callum, for the 5 gifted. Oh, so much love in the chat. Can we let's get some heart emotes in the chat, please? Just spam with heart emotes. Let's fill it up. Share the love. What's up, She.Moe? How's it going? Hello, funny dude. Aaron, hello. Oh, I saw you were doing a stream. I like peeked in for 2 seconds during your stream, Aaron, the other day. Phone repeat, what's up? Hello, Depopom. Callum, well, how's it going? Thank you again for the supports. Fishy Coding, hello. Mirus, hello. Asolera, hi. Kahara, how's it going? Naptakar, welcome, welcome. Lakshman, next Friday is code review, yes. And how's it going? You're welcome, Shida. I hope you're doing okay. I haven't seen you around as much, but I hope you're doing okay, Shida. I'm learning from my last stream. I watched, reminded you that he has Flux on. If you do anything nice, it's very possible that I'll gift you a sub. But yeah, so I had Flux on. Depopom reminded me, and I was like, okay, that's worth the gifted sub right there. Is this thing? Okay, there we go. I'm premiering an archived live stream on YouTube right now, and I'm directing people to come over here because I'm actually live. Actually live. NovaScript, hello. Joe John, how's it going? What's up, Honorable Tones? You can do drop. So we'll explain the drop game in a second for anybody that's new, but the drop game, there is a 90-second cooldown, so you can only drop once every 90 seconds. And hello, JJ Codes. How's it going? NG Berman, how's it going? Hello, Gerban and Monoloito. Let me know how you feel about these emotes. If there's an emote you don't like, feel free to post a chat that just says, I don't like this emote, and here's why. Refactor, I kind of thought a little bit about, because I created all the ones with the text on them. Because it says Refactor on 2 different lines. I don't know. It's pretty cool. There's the code emote. Jackie Lente, how's it going? What's up, Ahmed? Nessie, Akam, Eel, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Aries, and Ferodko. Welcome. Ihab, welcome. Yes, all these people are very, very awesome. I agree. Pixa, what's up? It's been a while. Welcome. NJ Getachu, how's it going? Doc D! Yeah, so we've got we got a PogChamp emote, CJ PogChamp, or Coding PogChamp. We also have a Seems Good emote. I'm pretty proud of my Photoshop skills because I created this. Into one. Thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. Yeah, so the one is, so on Twitch it's a bit of a meme to say like not a meme, I don't know, a lot of streamers do it. They say type 1 in chat. So this is our one. If I say type 1 in chat and you're a sub, you should use that emote. Type 1 in chat. Yeah, it's people are so kind, so kind, so kind. Akam, how's it going? Life Cats, ooh, look at all those emotes. They look, I'm proud of these emotes. They look like little pieces of art, you know? Like, they're not, they're not as common, because on other channels, I don't really see emotes that have a lot of text in them. There are some, but I kind of like that theme. I don't know. We'll see which ones actually get used, and I'm probably going to get some legit, like, CJ cartoon doing all the emote things commissioned. But for now, this is what we got. What's up, Ahmed? That's that Floor and Pop emote. Hello, Mark. And Eel, welcome, welcome. Yvy, how's it going? The She-Boss, good morning. Good morning, the She-Boss. Oh, there it is. Murdoch with the 100 bits. Hey, my overlay's not showing the custom icon. Huh. And I do need to fix the mobile app, but these are the new animated cheer motes that Doc D created. I don't know if Doc is here this morning, but they created those. And the more bits you cheer, the crazier the yerba mate can explode. And welcome, Dots. First time, welcome, welcome. Effie says, I wonder, doing things like coding seriously work for non-subscribers in the overlay? No, so you still have to be a sub, because actually, like, my backend parses the Twitch chat, and David with the 50 bits, thank you very much, David. So my backend parses the Twitch chat, and Twitch chat messages will tell you whether or not a user is a sub, and if they are, and whether or not there are emotes in the message, yeah. Welcome, Late Rose, I'm glad you're excited. And hello, DS Legends, welcome to the best show in town. Yes, the best show in town at twitch.tv/codinggarden. It's the best thing you can find at that URL. Yeah, I'm partner. Howdy, partner. It happened on Monday. Thank you very much, Alien, for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. I'm Tom Eddy. Welcome to the show. Hello, Cyber Tim and Lakshman. NovaScript. Yeah, see, it looks really cool when you put all the green emotes side by side. And also, you can come up with interesting sentences. Like, I don't know if Andrew is here this morning, but he said something really funny in the mod chat with all the words. Yeah. The chat is unwieldy, Aaron. Mirus, how's it going? What's up, Lethal Game Addict? Yeah, lots has happened for sure. That's why we have so many emotes. And thank you, TZQ, for that follow. There's a few other follows. We'll acknowledge those after all the hellos. Welcome. Waleed, hello. Welcome to the show. Shahey, how's it going? Steps. First time able to join you live. Instant sub. Whoa. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for being here. And hello, Oxygen from Russia. Very good. And you finally, it's 1:30 a.m. If you're tired, go to bed. I stayed up way too late last night. And Raf, how's it going? Links, hello. Well, thank you, Callum. Well, I very, very much appreciate your the content emotes that you created, but now it's kind of like a consistent branding because I'm using the Futura font, and so they all look similar. I don't know. Ponum Dog, how's it going? Hello, Nycode. Yes, Eel. This is your second hello. Hello, Eel. Everyone say hello to Eel. Actually, we'll do Coding Heart. Hi there. How's it going? We appreciate you here. What's up, Alex? I'm doing pretty good. Otter, what's up? Timmy Connect. Yeah, sure. Thank you for those 100 bits. I'm going to acknowledge all of the support events in a second. Anestra. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I like my flower shirts. Friniz. Hello. I'm here for Coding Garden. The number of accounts that have started to say my name or Coding Garden is actually pretty funny. But welcome. Welcome to the show. Hello, Mo Saeed. Welcome. Murdoch. Good morning, Murdoch. How's it going? Thank you for being here. Nixu. Hello. Revive Newt does not like money and just wants to get rid of it by sending it to me. Yeah. All right, we'll acknowledge the supports in just a second. We're almost caught up on hellos. Terminal Bash. It's been a while. Welcome. Rudix. Hello. Foodie. Hello. Hello, Dave. Quelena said, I made a pull request to type one on chat. Yes, I'll check it out. Someone, you'll have to remind me again in a bit, but I'll try to look at pull requests after we answer some questions. The thing is, the last coding Q&A, I spent like 2 hours on a single question, and I shouldn't do that. While it was entertaining and we did learn stuff, I need to try to answer just more than one question. And Malik, how's it going? James H. Dev with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, James H. Dev. Jays, hello. Gars, hello. Relic, hello. Yeah, and so for those of you that are like new to the Twitch chat, if you the more you watch, the more seedlings you get, and if you're not a sub, you can unlock emotes. So for 700 points, Ninja in Shade. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. But for 700 points, you can unlock a sub-only emote. So you have a chance to win one of these emotes, even if you're not a sub. So just keep watching. And Oknot, hello, welcome to the show. Lethal Game, hi. HJ, how's it going? Raven Master, Ukurai, hello. Aiden Games, what's up? I am, hello. Raheel, Prey, a Casper, Terrazoid, welcome to the show. Nixu, hello, Grandmaster. Jules, welcome to the show. This is my break timer. So if you've been sitting there watching Twitch all day, feel free to take your hands off the keyboard, maybe stand up. I'm not going to stand up, but you can stand up. Yeah, and so when you unlock emotes with seedlings, they're available for 24 hours, I believe. And hello, Gabriel. Ihab, how's it going? Torby, hello. Tropical Winter, Turtle Monkey, what's up? I still need to review your pull request, Turtle Monkey. There's a lot of pull requests I need to look at. Yeah, and thank you again to Revive Newt, very much appreciated. Nordic Code joining from Norway, very cool. Okay, well, I'm not caught up on hellos yet, but I will tell you that you see that there are some people in my chat that have a country flag next to their name. If you do !country followed by your 2-character country code, I'm in the US. If you do that, then it will set your flag. And so you can actually set the Norway flag if you'd like to on your messages. Gars, how's it going? Hello. Brenrad, hello. Rainy, hello. Marak the Reaper, welcome to the show. Mr. Disagree, you're back. You're back to disagree with me, and that's okay. Welcome to the show. Julian, hello. Dark Code, how's it going? Yeah, sure. Diffradev, what's up? David, how's it going? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Duke. Duke, how's it going? Hey, no worries, she died. That's actually good to hear. You're just taking a break, stepping away from the computer. That's good to hear. Oh, thank you, Anestra. I appreciate that. Last Riddler, how's it going? Buenos dias, Alvi, how's it going? Cyber Mentor, 1234. Thank you very much for that follow. It's NJ with a J. Oh, NJ Berman. I might have said something else. Life Cats, first time. Oh, welcome, welcome. Linux. Wow. Wow. Yusuf, how's it going? What's up, Bear Cool? Yeah, the reason for the background colors is so that they look good in Twitch light theme and Twitch dark theme. And also, it looks like it's a little painting. I kind of like the fact that it's like a little painting. I only know a little bit of Python. And hello, Lime. Welcome to the show. Yeah, exactly. I didn't see that message, but there are no dumb questions. You can ask literally anything you want. We'll entertain anything. Yeah, ask me anything. Refactor equals reference a constructor. What's up, Zermax? Karaz, hello. Well, welcome. Welcome to the show. First time. Tropical Winter, good morning. Good morning. Oh, yeah, I saw that in the Discord. That's nice. I don't really do any coding on Windows, so I haven't set up WSL. And Fight, how's it going? Shoebomb, Cheyenne! Look at all these cool new emotes. I like them. I like all these emotes. I'm excited. Cheyenne, hello, hello, hello. Cozy, how's it going? Nick Roy, Proxin, Anestra, Dolderer, Velvet. Marius, who says, how do you set your flag? Hopefully the message I sent helped you with that. Pavat, how's it going? Mitzik, hello. David, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mr. Turtle Beach, welcome to the show. Demigod, how's it going? Gars, Pavan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Shrid, how's it going? Bryson, Bruno, Falcon, Avi, Waleed, Slake, Hemicoats, the gang's all here. Welcome, everyone. It's so good to see all your smiling emotes. Legal Zeus, hello. Robin, how's it going? Can I get the Yerba cheer emote showing the overlay? Yeah, I need to do that. I don't know how. I guess I need to detect custom cheer emotes. But yes, I need to get those showing up. And hello, Nova. Nova Dean. Oh, hi. Welcome, official Zyv Gaming. I'm glad Pwn Repeat recommended you to come here. Cocho! What's up, Cocho? Welcome to the show. Yeah, look at it. The seems good PogChamp double rainbow emote. Winward says, I feel useless when I look at what you do. You shouldn't. I mean, what I try to do is I try to make things more accessible, make it seem like you can do these things. Yeah, I mean, we have hundreds of past live streams that you can just watch and soak up all of the things that I say out loud from my mouth and the things that I type. Hey, no worries, TZQ. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying hello. Have a good day. Rins, hello. Did it work? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Nigeria. Welcome from Nigeria. Very cool. Please call me NJ, not NG. Did I say NG? I confuse my G's and my J's, I guess. I don't know. I love how fast chat moves. What's up, Sid? Rohil, Leo Guy, how's it going? Fight. Welcome. Modded Technic, welcome to the show. Oh, it works, Woodward. I was looking at older messages. Nools, Vapalo, how's it going? Sheepy. Is it healthy for the battery to keep charged 100% all of the time? No, it's not. You typically want to discharge your battery and then recharge it. But yeah, and hello, Andreas. It's been a while. Welcome to the show. Welcome. But it's only for this one day. That's true. If you search my YouTube for just coding, or if you search YouTube for Coding Garden Overlay, we have a ton of videos where I'm building all this stuff. What's up, GD Mikey? Watching stream from the subway is not fun. Are you on subway Wi-Fi? Hello, Falcon. Well, nice, Rafat. Thanks for being here. Welcome. I don't think I acknowledge you. Inel Matatung. Welcome to the show. Willem, Jonah Joe. Oh, thank you, Nick. I'm trying. I do my best. We like everyone to feel welcome here. And I realize that for a lot of people it's annoying, but this is a community. It's not... Oh, Wally! Wally Wally! Welcome. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime resub. But, I mean, we're here together. It's not just me talking at you. This is a thing. We're here together. So, yeah, I embrace it. And hello, Rafat. If you change the regex in the search to start with and end with, it'll stop matching things like this. I guess that's true. But it's the start of the string. It would get rid of a lot of things. But I'm not opposed to this. Let's put that in the parking lot. I'm not opposed to that. Oh, yeah. Code Show. Check out Code Show. Click that link. Drop a follow. Thanks for being here, Code Show. HJ, what's up? Oh, Alka had a comment? Okay, I'll search for it. Into one with 100 bits. I'll read your message in just a second. We're almost done with the hellos. Legal Zeus, hello. Overdrive. Atrof, how's it going? Lots of people saying thanks, but my gifted sub are just a slow game to knock Newt out of the top leaderboard. Let's see where Callum's at. Yeah, Callum with the 11 gifted. Thank you so much, Callum. Very much appreciated. Funny, dude. Have you really given that many bits this month? Jeez. Jeez. Funny, dude. Come on. Hello, Shines Love. Sixvex, how's it going? Sunket. Doritos Chip. You know, we need some food emotes. What's up, Wally Wally? I'm not using chat blocks, no. I've built some like super basic stuff with chat blocks. Chat blocks is really cool. Shout out InstaFluff. Shout out chat blocks. All that good stuff. Chat blocks. That's the wrong thing. No, I wanted instafluff.tv/chat blocks. That's what I want. This is actually really cool. You can create commands for Twitch channels using blocks, just like this. And you can see this is a Twitch bot, a simple one that I was working on for Hex channel. They've done a lot of the art here on the channel, but check that out. It's really cool. If you don't know how to code, it's a great way to start building bots. Alien with the 500 bits. Thank you so much. Dewan, oh thank you. Love from India, that's good. Jerben, how's it going? Code with Sean, welcome to the show. Pixa, Keeves, Molgort, Momo, welcome everyone. /B. Oh, word boundary. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm basically caught up on chat, so let me do it and then see what it does. What's up, Jeff? Welcome to the show. Okay, so if we do /B, there, /B. So this is literally only the words hi. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's great stuff. Let's park that. I need to add it to the code base because right now if I click this thingy, it automatically filters, like it puts in a default regular expression, but I can change the default regular expression. All right, now let's say thank you to all the wonderful people that have provided support. Willie Lump Lump, welcome to the show. Look at all those supports. All right, I'll acknowledge the bits. We'll go Fishy Coding with 100 bits, thank you. G Doctors with 100 bits, thank you very much. Nookie Poo with the 400 bits, thank you. Revive Newt with the 500 bits. Julian with the 50 bits. Alien with 100 bits. Yashur with 100 bits. Funny Dude with 1,000 bits. Murdoch with 100 bits. Draculente with 100 bits. David with 100 bits. Alien with 100 bits. Into One says, sorry to bother you. Why do I have to wait like 50 milliseconds to add a single, 15 minutes to add a single comment? Because there are a lot of people here. There are over 300 people watching right now. So we have slow mode on. I'm actually, you might hate it, but I'm going to make it even longer. We're turning on a 30-second slow mode. So be very thoughtful about the comments that you make, and you can make one comment every 30 seconds. I removed the filter, so we're not just saying hellos anymore. And Julian, thanks again for the 50 bits, and thank you, Draculente, for the 100 bits. All right. Where do we go? That was... Okay, yeah, so Jamie337 Nichols subscribed with Twitch Prime when I was not streaming. Thank you very much, Jamie. We rated them the other day. I had never heard of them before, but I saw them I saw them streaming and we rated them, so thanks, Jamie, for that Twitch Prime sub. Murdoch with 100 bits. Monoloito with the 3-month Tier 1 resub. Thank you. Alvi with the 2-month Twitch Prime resub. I don't know if you've heard of Twitch Prime, but it's a nice thing. Click that link. You can learn more about it. And all these people are using Twitch Prime, and I appreciate you. Ben with the 2-month Twitch Prime resub. Casper with the 2-month Tier 1 resub. The She-Boss with the gifted sub to Pavat. Thank you very much, the She-Boss. Steps with the 1-month subscription. Much appreciated. Fishy Coding with 100 bits. Revive Newt with the 10. 10 gifted. Let's turn those newts back on. Thank you so much, Revive Newt. G Doctors with 100 bits. Nikki Poo with the 400 bits. Revive Newt with 500 bits. Alfie with 100 bits. Nessie with the Twitch Prime 3-month resub. That means, I appreciate you, Nessie, because that means each month you have come back here and you've clicked this Twitch Prime button, and I appreciate it because your Prime subscription does expire every month, so you have to come re-click it. And thank you for choosing me. Thank you. Funny Dude with 1,000 bits. Gars with the Twitch Prime sub. Pintanero with a 2-month resub who says, hi, hello, hi, morning, afternoon. Send some news. What's up, Pintanero? Callum with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Callum. In21 with the tier 1 sub. Murdoch with 100 bits. Dave with the 50 bits. Alien with 100 bits. James with the 3-month Twitch Prime resub. Again, thank you, James, for clicking that button. Ninja and Shade with the Twitch Prime resub. Wally with the 3-month Twitch Prime sub. New badge? Sweet. Yes. Yeah, I think there's a new badge at 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 months, something like that. Into1, thank you for the 100 bits. Alien with the 500 bits. Julian with the 50 bits. And Jackie Lente with the 100 bits. Thank you all for all the supports. Very much appreciated. Now is the time where we acknowledge all of the follows that should happen. So I typically like to acknowledge follows in batches, just so it doesn't like super interrupt the stream. Though I had a thought this morning. Like, what if when somebody follows, there's either a whisper or a chat message that says, would you like your follow to be acknowledged on stream? And if they want to, then it shows up. But if they don't want to, then it doesn't show up. I kind of like that because not everyone likes their follow to be acknowledged. Like, I'm personally one of those people. Like, I like to watch a lot of Twitch channels, but I don't want to take attention away from the streamer to say, oh, Coding Garden followed my channel. So it'd be cool if I could just follow and it didn't pop up on their screen. I don't know. Marius, thank you for the follow. Nycode, thanks for following. Greywind, thanks for being here. Brayson, thank you for the follow. Program Deleted. You know, we get some really cool Twitch names dropping by here. Thank you, Program Deleted, for being here. Kinnerek, thank you for the follow. Wolf Grimer, thanks for following. Poison, thanks for being here. Officials Ivy, thanks for the follow. Torby, thank you for the follow. Himkiri, thanks for following. Yakita, thank you for following. Newtals, thanks for following. Dev Manuel, thanks for following. Raposos, thank you for following. Rafat, thank you for following. Artur Nacho Dude, thank you for following. Nagiyama, thanks for the follow. Elp, thanks for following. Mechanically Dev, thanks for following. Mickey Ficky, thanks for being here. Anon, 543264, thanks for being here. And Chikar, thank you for that follow. Yes. Go to this website. That's where we're answering questions. We're not quite there. We're just getting warmed up. We see your hair behind your shoulder. Yeah, it's like a little rat tail. That's funny. All right, what redemptions do we have? I potentially have to increase the points amount on these because there are a lot of them. I mean, I appreciate you all. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Hey, Kai Aus Diopistic. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. NovaScript, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Ego Glacius. Cheers. Akam with the posture check. All right, see you later, Pixa. Thanks for being here. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of people like to stop by, but it takes so long to say hellos and talk about what's all the things that are happening, and then I never actually get to write any code in like the first hour. But I thank you all for anybody that is just passing through. Thank you for passing through. And if we have a break, we'll take. I don't know if I can take a break, but we'll see. Was my German okay? Thank you, Rahel, for that posture check. Yashir, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Well, also, what are you drinking? I am currently drinking homemade Red Bull. It looks like I'm drinking coffee, but it's actually Red Bull. What are you drinking? Yeah, sure. Thank you for the hydrate. Foodig with a posture check. That's true. I am drinking code. Just slurping up the code. This is how I get so good at coding, by drinking out of this mug. Mark with the 3-month resub. Thank you so much, Mark. Coffee. Very good. Inzok, thank you for the posture check. OneDrive with Hydrate. We gotta write some code. Yes, this is true. Koozie, thank you for the posture check. 2 lines of code redeemed. I need water. I can't drink any more Red Bull like this. Life Cats. Cheers. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh. Okay. Orange, lemon, and pineapple squash. Is that what you're drinking? Is that like a... Do people do smoothies with vegetables? Is that a thing? I'm not a smoothie person. Yeah, I saw one of his streams where he was using the AI. He was having a lot of issues with it in the stream that I saw. But yeah, I've seen that he's doing some coding stuff, which is pretty cool. Born Vita, I don't even know what that is. What is Born Vita? Squash is a smoothie? Well, I thought oh, squash is a concentrate. Okay. I think of squash as like a vegetable? I don't know. What is this? Drinking milk? That's good. A brand of malted chocolate drink. Interesting. Is this like a Yoo-hoo? Well, no, it's malted. What does malted mean? Oh. It's like a non-alcoholic beer? Okay, cool. Milk beer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so I tuned into the beginning of his stream last night. He got rated. I guess he was streaming at a weird time, or a non-usual time, which is the same thing as weird. I don't know, but he got rated by so many people. It was pretty fun. It's more like hot chocolate. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's answer some questions. So if you have asked a question, oh, I totally forgot. I gotta just describe the drop game. So everyone join me right now. Let's all play the drop game, and we're gonna drop. If you are a sub, try to drop your favorite new emote. Pick one of the emotes that's your favorite. I'm gonna go with Seems Good. Seems Good is my favorite new emote. And if you do exclamation mark drop followed by an emote, it will fall from the sky, and if it lands in the center, you will get your name on the coding garden. Look at all the coding garden emotes. Yeah, and you see some people doing drop me. You can also do drop me, which drops just your avatar. Oh, people like the trolled emote a lot. That's good. Let's see. There's a lot of wows. There's a lot of hello friends, refactor. There's a 1. There's a thank you. Look at all these. Julian coming up on top. Great job. Yeah, so if you land there, you'll get your name in the coding garden. And then the other thing is about the overlay. You've probably seen a lot of people in my overlay that have a country flag or a team name. This chat message right here will inform you about that. So if you go to this page, that has a list of all of the different teams that you can join. I'm currently on team FreeBSD. Let me figure out what team I'm going to join today. Quick answer. Quick. Let's be on Team CodePen. So you can pick any name from this page, and then in the chat, if you type exclamation mark team, followed by the team name, it will... wait. Is that right? Is that what CodePen looks like? Oh yeah, I guess it does. I guess it worked. So now I have the CodePen icon next to my name. There we go. Florin, what's up, Florin? I'm sure my bot already shouted you out, but I didn't see it. Yeah, Mr. Disagrees on Team View. Florin's on Team React. Yeah, check out Florin. He used to stream on YouTube just like me. cPanel team, nice. And then the other thing you do is set your country. We talked about that a second ago, but if you do country followed by a 2-character country code, Team Vim, Team React, Team Amazon, very nice. It will put your country flag there. The last thing you can do in my chat overlay is set your status. Yes. Well, it's set status, not just status. So Andrew's status is learning Java. Florin's status is CJ Rocks. Callum's status is you're a wizard, Harry. So you can set your status, but I will say all of your statuses must be safe for work. If you would not say that thing to your bot, I realize some places where people work, there's a lot of cursing and like blue language. I don't know. Be nice. Be nice in your status. If you're not nice in your status, all of your messages will be deleted and you will be timed out and DM'd by the mods. But you can do set status followed by your status. My status is answering questions, but mostly saying hi. Cool. And if you do that, then It'll show up at the bottom of your message. Yeah, blue language, that's a new term to me as well, but it typically just means like off-color comedy or profanity or anything like that. Okay. If you wouldn't say it to your grand, don't say it to anyone else. Yeah, the thing is, like, these analogies break down because a lot of people, I mean, some people have very vulgar grandmas, and so they might say it to their grand. You know, if you wouldn't say it to your grandma, don't put it as your status. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yes. I regularly yell, "You're a wizard, Harry," at my boss. Nice. All right, let's answer a question. So, coding genius. What's up, S-Fox? If you have asked a question already, type ! here, and it will bubble up to the top. The questions are ordered by mods, VIPs, subs, and then non-subs, and they're ordered by oldest first, and then also they're ordered by upvote. So if you have upvoted a question, it'll bubble up. All right. This one says, do I know a good way of finding URLs in a string? The answer is no, and thank you, Revive Newt, for that posture check. What are the odds of the first question taking 2 hours to answer? I'm not gonna let it, because I'm only gonna be live for like another hour-ish. My answer is just a regular expression, but I think this is a fun little rabbit hole to go down because when you start talking about regular expressions, there are so many Stack Overflow posts that are like, you probably shouldn't use a regular expression for that. So if we just search, let's search Stack Overflow for regex URL, something like that. How can I get query string values in JavaScript? What is a non-capturing grouped in regular expressions? What is the best regular expression to check if a string is a valid URL? 802 upvotes. There are 54 answers. This top voted answer has 409 upvotes. Yeah, Doc says the only way to check if a URL is valid to try and fetch it. In the most general case, you have to do what Twitch does. Match anything containing a dot. Yeah, oh, there we go. Jays has a regular expression. Oh, that's for HTML. Don't use regex to parse. Yeah, so that's actually a really funny one. So if you search Stack Overflow for like regex parse HTML, there's like just a classic post on how to yeah, this might be it. How to parse HTML with regex. Hello, Greenie. I'm doing pretty good. Anyone know which one I'm talking about? There's like this classic Stack Overflow post. Parse HTML with regex. Or is it XML with regex? Use Google to search Stack Overflow. Excuse me. Can you provide some examples of why it's hard to parse XML and HTML with regex? This topic has been closed. Here's some fun valid XML for you. And this little bundle of joy is valid HTML. Yeah, I'm going to try not to die. Is this the one, Hazard? Yeah, so 1,500 upvotes. Oh, okay, this is it. Okay. You can't parse XHTML with regex because HTML can't be parsed with regex. Regex is a tool that can be used to is not a tool that can be used to correctly parse HTML. As I've answered in HTML and regex questions here so many times before, the use of regex will not allow you to consume HTML. Regular expressions are a tool that is insufficiently sophisticated to understand the constructs employed by HTML. HTML is not a regular language and hence cannot be parsed by regular expressions. And it goes on and on. And they just keep saying you cannot parse HTML with regex. That's really good. And then it just digresses into like this random thing. But this is really funny if you haven't seen this before. Okay, that aside is not about HTML. We're talking about parsing URLs, and yeah, like I don't. Here's the thing. I'll talk about my experience. If I needed to find a URL inside of a string, I would use some existing library that already has some matcher for URLs. And one thing you might look at is like a markdown parsing library, because I'm using a markdown renderer here, and you can see that it turns URLs into into links. So actually don't know which markdown parser I'm using. That guy went nuts. Oh, it's a huge meme. It's actually really funny. Which one am I using? Is Infi here? I think it's marked. Whatever one Infi told me to use. Cool. But if we go source code diving, we can see how they potentially detect URLs. Wait, is this the built library? URL. Clean URL. Resolve URL. Yeah, and that's the other thing is there are so many new top-level domains. It's not just .com and .net anymore. Oh, let me go back. Yeah, we're getting into some regular expressions here. So, no-op test 1. So this potentially tests for a URL. Yeah, so this might be the regular expression they're using. Does it start with FTP or HTTP or HTTPS, followed by : / followed by www, or if it doesn't start with HTTP, then it can't have www in it. And it technically detects that, and then it transforms that into a URL. But I would say take a look at their source code potentially. I don't have any good answers for that. Okay. Font size. Yeah, it was really hard to read. That's fine. We're done with this. So I don't know of a good way. You can look at libraries that have done it before. Thank you for the question, Andrew. All right, let's go to a non-sub question. So if you have asked a question, type ! here. Those questions will bubble up, and I'll answer them. Dub. There are apparently 1,510 TLDs. That's today's fact. If you learn nothing today, I mean, I don't know if that's really even something worth knowing, but there are over 1,500 TLDs. If you don't know what TLD stands for, type 1 in the chat. And before you type 1, if you're a sub, type this one. Type 1. Type 1 if you don't know what a TLD is, and it's okay. Great. Let's learn about TLDs. So a TLD is a top-level domain name, top level domain. And so when we go to wikipedia.org, org is the TLD, the top level domain. Let's see, coding 2. Well, actually, is the TLD? I could be number 1 in science and tech. Too long, didn't read. TLDR. Top level domain. Yeah. All right, we're gonna switch to science and tech just so we can be number 1. Number 1. Science and technology. All right, to the top. We're going to the top. All right. Yeah, TLD. So, did someone say type 1? That's the thing. Like, I just don't want to be behind the chicken. I really don't like competing with chickens and ducks. It's a bit like demoralizing, honestly. What about a bottom level domain? Okay, can someone confirm a TLD is the TLD the last part here? Yeah, it is. I would say it's the last part because this is technically the domain or like the host. Okay, so it's the last part. And there are a lot of last little parts here. So there's .org, there's .net, there's .com, there's .gov, there's .edu. Those are all the really common ones that most people know of. But there are a ton more. I really like the website Namecheap for buying domains. But you may not know this, but my website is coding.garden. .garden is a top-level domain. Bear Cool with 100 bits. I've learned more watching your streams than most intro to JS videos. Great work. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Bear Cool, and thanks for being here. But yeah, I've got the .garden TLD. Yeah, pork bun is another good one. Let's type this really slow. Porkbun.com. And so they actually have really good domain prices. I will say that I prefer the DNS manager of Namecheap. But Porkbun is pretty cool. But you can also search domains here. And actually Porkbun will, if you do just one search, you'll see a ton of TLDs. So I'm gonna enhance. Type in the chat any TLD that you see right now. Which one's the TLD? And thank you, Buddha. Thanks for being here. .bio. Let's type this really slow. Bid, Bible, baby, bam, boats, boats. Is there really a boats domain? Would you look at that? Coding boats, coding bar, coding bingo. I'll say this: if you are looking for what to name your coding stream, this is a great way. This is how I coding.Black Friday. This is how I named my stream. I typed in coding and I found a domain and it was coding.garden. I was like, that's cool. We could make it garden themed. I don't think there's a top level TLD that's trained, but regardless about TLDs, if you can see that there are thousands of them. And these newer, like, actual words are fairly new. They've only been around for the past few years. But it's really cool because you can get all kinds of interesting domains. I have avocado.fun. No, not that. Avocado.fun. There we go. It's just a spinning up. I own this domain. This is a spinning avocado, and you can turn on not safe for work mode. What other domains, interesting domains do I have? I don't know. But I have, but yeah, that's a TLD. All right. Yeah, and Namecheap is cool too because they have groupings. So if you if you search for like coding here, oh, wumpus.dev. Oh yeah, that's the other cool thing. .dev just got released last year, I think. And so if you're looking for like a portfolio domain, you can get like yourname.dev. We're beating earthquakes. Yes. Alka.dev. Yeah, so for the the price varies because if you type something that's like not taken, then it's probably a whole lot cheaper. So that .dev is only $15 a year because it's not taken. Cool. All right, TLDs are fun, and we all might have learned something. Aaron asks, how do you personally stay motivated on side projects? First of all, if you're here, thank you, Aaron. Usually the side projects I do have to be something that I'm interested in. If it's something like I've been coding long enough that I don't really just do things to learn about. I mean, I do things to learn about them, but I combine that with doing things that I'm interested in. I don't just do something to learn it. I do something that I'm interested in so that I can learn it, I guess. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but that's usually how I stay motivated. It's like I'm solving a real problem and I'm going to get some use out of this side project that I'm creating. However, there have been quite a few projects that I've had that have just fizzled. Like I've started them and then I never go back to them. Oh, look at that. We're in space. So yeah, I don't really have a good answer to this. I would say, first of all, choose things that you're not going to lose interest in. And second of all, you potentially could create some sort of weekly schedule that says, I'm going to dedicate this many hours a day to this project. You could do something like Pomodoros. So when you sit down, you're like, okay, let's work on this specific thing. But even I'm not good at that. So maybe that's a little bit helpful. Can we talk about serverless? Let's do it. And let's make a little serverless function. Let me acknowledge the follows, but everyone be thinking about it. What is a simple serverless function that I can create to demonstrate serverless? Like, what will it do? It could call the Twitch API. It could do math. Just let me know in the chat. What should it do? And hello, Peace and Duck and Battleflame and Cyber Junkie. Welcome, everyone. We got some follows. Let's acknowledge them. Hello, Hazard. Thank you for the follow. Oraz, thank you for the follow. Bastion Debugging, thank you for the follow. Mr. Regalius, thank you for the follow. Ploverman, thank you for the follow. Without, thank you for the follow. Excuse me. Catalina Wine Mixer. Thank you for the follow. Joey's, thanks for following. Cyber Junkie, thanks for being here. Kumarth, thank you for following. And Nivorage TV, thanks for the follow. All right, no worries, Revive Newt. Thanks again for all the support. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we'll see you next time. Spin a cat. Registration, 2 + 2, math. All right, see you later, funny dude. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the support as well. Make it show a picture of a kitten. I'll take a look at your highlighted message, yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Lakshan. I'm glad it could help. Math up the body. Yeah, what's up, Milky Dev? Well, it's behind a hat. But it is down. Shout out, Milky Dev. Well, thank you, Cyber Junkie. Thanks for being here. Yes, I have very long hair. Get a random user from the chat. Yeah. The only thing is, like, that serverless function would call some other API. We could get a useless fact. Alka, can you let me... What is the TMI endpoint for users currently in chat? And good morning, Arthur from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. And check out Milky Dev. He's a member of our Live Coders team. Good afternoon. Complicated questions. So I'll say it right now. I'm gonna do it on Vercel. Okay, so Callum asked the question. Maybe we'll just do it on that. Time zone calculator. Make the serverless function hash something 5 times. All right. Well, I want to know my chatters, not your chatters, Alka. But thank you very much. All right, we'll get chatter. So this endpoint, you can make a request to, and it says all the viewers. And I think these are actually just the people that are currently that have said something in Twitch chat. Thank you, J-Kate, as well. What I'm interested in, though, is does this support cores? It probably does. Let's see. If we look at the response... Oh, no, actually, it doesn't. It might dynamically set the cores header when we make the request from a front end. But I'm curious, because if this does not support cores, then that makes a lot of sense to put this behind a serverless function, because then you could add cores to your serverless function. So let's do this. Let's make a super basic website that tries to make a request to this URL, and we'll hope that it fails. We're going to hope that it fails so that way we can fix it. Intro to serverless with Vercel. So I'm going to use a thing called Vercel. There are a ton of services where you can do serverless functions. Vercel is really nice. We're coding. PogChamp, what's up, Muzam? Vercel is just as easy as Netlify functions and Firebase functions, but I like Vercel. AMA is Ask Me Anything. Cool. Write some code. Code. Yeah, get those code emotes out. We're writing code. All right. Actually, let's create a... we're going to create a separate client and server. So we'll say client goes there. Create another... I really like the code emote. In here, we'll have index.html. Cool. So... really, all I want to do is I just want to see if we make a request to that particular URL. Oh, we got focus mode. Actually, I might have to look at my redemptions. We might have other things too. Let me see really quick. I guess I'm not showing highlighted messages there. But all right, we'll do focus mode right now so I can get this thing set up. But while I'm thinking about it, how do you link a front end such as Angular React to a DB such as Node.js? You do it with API request. I'll show, this is the question that they asked. And yeah, with API requests. So you would need a library like Express, and then Express could serve back responses. But what I'm about to show you is serverless functions, which don't use a library like Express, because these serverless functions are like one little request handler. Node.js is not a database. No, Node.js is a backend runtime for codes. And you would write Node.js code that connects to a database. Yeah. All right. Let's go into focus mode. Let's get this set up. There's a lot happening, but that's okay. You know what? We need a focus emote, right? Somebody put that in the Discord. Remind me. We need a focus emote. Yeah. MongoDB is a NoSQL database. MySQL is a database. Postgres is a database, and you would use Node.js to connect to those databases. All right, let's go. We're just gonna go into quick focus mode so I can set this up. Oh, we got another focus mode. Let's do 16 minutes. Okay. Oh wait, why is... No, wrong thing. My filter is still on for some reason. A file is the best database. All right, so what we're gonna do is just, what I want right now is a basic web page with a script, and I'm just gonna, when the page loads, I'm just gonna try to make a request to this TMI endpoint, and we'll see if it triggers a CORS error. And if it does, this is a good reason to put it in a serverless function. If it doesn't, we're still gonna put it in a serverless function, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna use light server, which is just a static file server. Open the DevTools, look at the console. Yes, beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So if I tried to make if I tried to build just like a plain front-end application, like even with React or Vue or any front-end technology, and I tried to make a request to this URL, it wouldn't work. I'd have to pass it through some sort of CORS proxy. I'd have to build my own backend. Beautiful error. Perfect. It's broken. Test fail. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a serverless function that makes a request to this URL and then responds with the results. But my serverless function is going to add the CORS header so my front end can actually make that request. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I love it when things fail. We're going to go into the server folder, and I'm just going to init this with npm. So I'm going to use a service called Vercel. Actually, let me open up this in a... not that, in a private tab. So Vercel is a really simple one-line deployment tool. They used to be called now.sh, but we're going to use that. And so they support a lot of different backend languages, but I'm going to use specifically node.js. So I'm going to initialize a package JSON. This is the thing that keeps track of all my dependencies. And then I need a library. Technically, I could write this without a library, but it's going to make it a lot easier if I install a library for making HTTP requests. The one that I prefer is Axios. I can predict right now there's going to be people in the chat that are like, use node fetch, use X, use Y, use Z. I'm going to use Axios. It has built-in error handling. I like it. We're going to use Axios. So Axios is going to let me make that request to use Benz. See? Axios is going to let me make a request on my backend to that endpoint. So that's great. So let's go back to the codes. We're going to look here, look at the server, and we look at our package JSON. It has Axios listed. So now I can write back-end JavaScript code that uses that dependency. Now, the way Vercel typically works is you can create like a folder called API inside of here. And inside of that, I'm going to create a file called users in chat. I don't know. What is this endpoint we're calling called? Chatters. That's a great, let's call it chatters. So inside of here, I'm going to create a file called chatters.js and watch it happen. So if you have ever written an Express application, you are familiar with request handlers, right? You write a little function that takes in a request and response, right? So let's do that really quick. So I have a function. We'll call this get chatters. It takes in the rec and the res, right? If you've ever written an Express app, you write functions that look like this. And let's just do that. Let's pretend we're in Express land and we're writing a request handler. So I'm going to bring in Axios. And then we need to make that request to that URL. So let's grab this URL, put that in a variable, equals that. So we're going to make a request to get users in a specific chat. And honestly, let's make it dynamic. We'll make it so that you can pass in any username and get the chatters in any chat. Quick stretch. Honestly, because I could hard code it to Coding Garden, but we're gonna make this useful. We're gonna make it so that anybody can use it. So instead of this being just a string, I'm gonna make it a little function that takes in the channel name, and then puts that channel name there, like that. So that way we'll be able to pass anything in. Yeah. So now I need to make the request with Axios. So Axios typically gives you back an object that has a data property. It also has like the response code and stuff like that, but we specifically want the data that we got back. And then we're going to await it. So we'll make this an async function, and we're going to await axios.get. We're going to pass in API URL with, we'll do, let's grab the channel name from the query parameters. So we'll say channel name equals rec.params. And if they didn't specify it, then we're going to default it to coding garden. So by default, you get coding garden. Otherwise, you can pass something in. So get the API URL with whatever channel name they passed in. And then we just res.send the data. That's it, right? I mean, you might have seen like res.json. Why is this complaining? Oh, it wants a new line. Cool. But res.send is going to... So first we make the request to that endpoint, we get back the data, and then we respond with it. Great. One thing I'll do here is actually just wrap this in a try catch, because this request could fail. And if it fails, I don't want the API just to keep spinning. So if it fails, we're going to respond with an error. So I'll do res.send. I'll send back an object where the message is error.message. And we'll also set the status code. So I'll just set it to 500. Something went wrong. So we'll do that. And then a nice thing that I like about Axios is if there was an error, it still parses the response. So we can grab the response here. So if error.response is a thing, so use error.response or use just an empty object. And then we're going to include error.response there. Cool. So if it breaks, we're still going to respond with something. All right. So if we were in Express, this would just work, right? We would attach this, we would mount it at a specific endpoint. With serverless, you basically only expose one function. So instead of building an entire Express app with lots of little request handlers, all I'm going to do is I'm going to expose this get chatters function as a serverless function, and I'll be able to just call that one specific function. It's like putting functions in the cloud and being able to call those individual functions. So specifically with Vercel and a lot of other of these serverless things, all you have to do is export this function. So I'll say module.exports equals that, and we're pretty much ready to go. So I have this chatters file in a folder called API. When I deploy this, it's going to be at a URL, which is /API/chatters. Yeah. And I kind of want to have an index route. So I'm just going to add an index.html inside of the server. So that way, if somebody ever goes to the root of my server, not /API, we just show a nice little message. So let's add some styles. And then we'll just add an H1 and let's say Twitch chatters. Make a request to /API/chatters channel name equals coding garden. Like that. Okay, cool. Right. Now we need to deploy this thing. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one individual request handler, right? You can see I don't have a dependency on Express. I don't have a dependency on anything else. We're just going to take this one little request handler and put it in the cloud. And for that, I'm going to use Vercel. So I already have it installed globally, so I can, well, I have now. I thought I did. Let's go to npm, because it used to be called now. They've changed so many things. I forget how it works. So I installed it globally with now. I technically could use now, but I guess I got to install it separate. That's fine. We're going to install it. So npm install -g Vercel. I might have to log in too. Will it work if you require another script and use that inside the serverless function? Yeah. So you can do anything JavaScripty in here. Ultimately, you just need to export a single function that is a request handler. But yeah, you could import other modules in here. You could import other libraries. I mean, technically, you could import another request handler, but you'd have to like forward the request onto it. You would probably want to split it out into reusable functions instead of just request handlers. Okay, so yeah, and so now I guess deprecated is the right word. It used to be now.sh, but they renamed themselves to Vercel, so that redirects to vercel.com. So yeah, it's deprecated. I've been using it though. I still type no run npm uninstall. Yeah, let's do it. I'm upgrading. We're in the future. I'm getting rid of now. We're gonna use Vercel instead. I might have to log in too, but let's see. Yeah, and so here's the thing. I've been using now.sh for years, and they've gone through a lot of different changes, and currently my account is still set up to do version 1 deployments, which used to be Docker deployments, which was awesome. They got rid of that, though. But this is why it's asking me this question. It probably won't ask you this question whenever you do this. But yeah, I'm just going to say, yes, let's set up and deploy it. And so these are all of my accounts that I'm already logged into. I'm going to use my personal account. We're going to create a new project. This project name is TMI proxy. My code is right here because I'm in the server directory. I'm not going to override the default settings. And it's just going to happen. So one of the interesting things is because, like, I don't, at least for now, I actually don't have to set up any sort of config file because I've structured it this way. Because I have this API folder, it's automatically going to put this as, it's going to interpret that as a serverless function that needs to be run. And there it is, TMI proxy.vercel.app. Twitch chatters, make a request to this. So now if I do API/chatters, it should default to coding garden. Cannot read property channel name of undefined. Well, I should have tested it locally. What did I do? I did rec.params. Did I do this wrong? And thank you, Cooler Me Purple, for that host. Well, let's look at the docs. Rec.query, you're right. It should be rec.query. I'm going to fix it. Let's just fix it. And also, I'll show you really quick. You can actually test this locally, so you don't have to deploy it, test it, deploy it, test it. Technically, you can do Vercel dev, and that just runs it locally. You have like your own little serverless function locally, and you can test it out. So now if we go to localhost 3010, and we try to go to /API/chatters, there we go. We get back a response. Very good. Yeah, so we wanted rec.query, not rec.params. Good. So now, let's deploy it again. So I'll do Vercel. I believe if you pass in --prod, it'll automatically alias it instead of creating a new URL. Be-doo. Building. Yeah, Vercel is exactly the same thing as now. They just changed their name. Building. There we go. Okay, so now if we go to tmiproxy.vercel.app/API/chatters, it should give us back. Nice. And I'm curious, I don't think they set the cores header by default, so we're going to have to set that ourselves. Like if we look at the network response, response headers, yeah, so it's not there. So technically, even if I tried to make a request here, it would still fail on our front end. So if we go back to our front end code and replace, well, not this front end code, the other front end code, replace this URL with this URL, this should still technically fail because we still haven't set up the cores header. But now we're in control of this function. So we can add any headers we want. We can do all of that good stuff. No need to set the alias. It'll do it by default. Okay, but do I still have that running? Yeah, I still have it running. So if we go back here and refresh, we get a similar error, but now it says that this particular endpoint doesn't have the cores header. So let's add the cores headers. Let's see if I can do it from memory. I guess technically we would have to respond to an options request as well. When am I calling get chatters? I'm not. So that's what you get with a serverless function. So by default, you can see my folder structure here. So in my folder structure, so this server folder is what I deployed. Inside the API folder, I have a file called chatters, and then chatters exports this function. So the way Vercel hooks things up is whenever it sees a request coming into /API/chatters, it invokes that function for me, and then the function gets called. So yeah, so I'm not actually calling it myself. I'm just putting it up in the cloud. Yeah, and then the way I'm calling it from the front end is I'm making an API request to that URL. So when I make a GET request here, that invokes the function in the cloud. The cloud. I keep saying the cloud. All right, let's try to set. I don't know if I can do it from memory. You all should like try to be proud of me or something like that. So I believe it's just res.set. what the header is: access control allow origin, and we'll do star. So my server is going to allow all origins. What else do we want? We want access control allow methods, and the methods that I want to allow are just get. So you can specify like when should cores kick in. Should it kick in for get requests, post requests? I believe you can just space separate them like get post. So we'll do get. That could be wrong. I'm doing this from memory. So access control allow origin star, access control allow methods. I think that's it. Yeah, and I might need set header instead of set. Let's look it up. Let's go to the docs. Okay, we're very proud. Oh, thank you. So yeah, if we look at serverless functions, oh yeah, the other cool thing is you can use TypeScript out of the box. You don't even have to set up like a transpiler or anything. You can just say, hey, I'm using TypeScript, and it'll just work. Path segments, local development, how to enable cores. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Callum. They have a nice little thing on it. So here we go. Res.setHeader. Well, okay. So I don't want to allow credentials because we don't have any credentials, but you could if you wanted to. Credentials would be allowing cookies to be sent in cores requests. I don't care about that because we're not sending any cookies. So we got those two right. Oh yeah. Oh, so I definitely need to specify options. So the way cores works is your browser will initially make a request called the options request to see if that specific endpoint supports cores. And then if it does, it'll actually make the corresponding get or post request. So we need to allow both options and get. All right, what else? We need to allow all these headers. All right, we'll include all of them. But I mean, I'll tell you the ones that I actually care about. Like, I don't care about requested with. I guess I don't really care about accept because I'm always responding with JSON. Actually, I don't even care about content length because this is a GET request. I don't care about this. What's going to happen if I don't specify that? Let's not specify any of that. All right. Yeah, and then it says if the method is options, then we just immediately send back the response. So technically, what I need to do is this. We'll do this first. So this is that options request that I talked about, and I'll show you in the network tab what actually happens. So we're gonna make when a request comes in, if it's an options request, we're immediately just gonna respond with a 200 that says, hey, we're sending back origin star. Go ahead and do your get request. After that, rec.method will be get, and then we'll actually do the thing. I guess technically you could post against this endpoint too. I don't know. Let's test it out. So I think we have it running. Yeah, we'll do Vercel dev, and it'll be running locally. Yeah, now it's on 3010. Let me go to API/chatters. We want to look at the network response. So we can see in the response, our server is now setting access control allow origin star. And I think these are the only two that we need. Let's deploy it and see. We might have to add allow headers as well, but let's see. So Vercel, just Vercel. Let's go. Yeah, you see all these ports in use? That's all the stuff running on my screen. That's funny. I'm building. Yeah, so you can see because I deployed without --prod, it put it at a new URL. Put it there. But if I do --prod, it's going to put it at that previously aliased URL, just tmiproxy.vercel.app. Yeah, so now it should be there. Yeah. I mean, I'm technically explaining cores right now. I mean, if you listen hard enough. Okay, so it should still respond with Coding Garden things. Great. Now let's go back to our front end and let's see, do we get the cores error? We don't get the cores error. So this is just a standalone front end that's making a fetch to this chatters endpoint. It's a poor choice. It could be an IRC proxy. I guess that it could be proxied to any IRC server. Wait, am I answering the wrong question, Callum? What was your question? Oh, can we talk about serverless? Okay. I think we're still technically on topic. All right. Cool. So it made the request. You can see the request responded with that, and now we don't get the error. So that's great. Let's actually at least just show the data on the page to make sure that it worked. So I'll do a recap in a second of all the things that are happening, and I'll do my best to explain cores. Do we have top level await in Firefox? Do we? Is this a thing? I'm curious if this we're trying all kinds of things. Doubt it. Let's try. Yeah, await is only valid in async functions. All right, we can do it. Function get chatters on the front end, because that's where we are. Okay. I realize there's just so much like indirection here, because I'm writing this script here, and if I called it get chatters, that'd be a little bit confusing, because this is also called get chatters. But regardless, this code literally runs inside of my browser. All right, and then when the page starts up, we're gonna call this. All right, refresh. Did it work? Oh. Why the heck do I have logs turned off? But it worked. Look, so our front end can now actually make a request to get the TMI info. So we have our chatter count of 385. We can look at chatters. Let's just show all the chatters on the page really quickly. That should be easy enough. Just have like a little div. ID equals chatters. And then, what's that response look like? Moderator stat viewers. Viewers is just an array of names. Cool. So, this always freaks people out. This might actually teach you something new, though. Watch this. Is it just .viewers? Oh, .chatters.viewers. And we'll just do the view count here. Yeah. This freaks people out every time if they've never seen this before. But in HTML, if you give an ID on something, it actually injects a global variable into your JavaScript that you can just use without actually querying the element. Yeah. Okay, JSON.chatterCount. All right, watch. Watch it work. Yeah, look at that. Whoa, yeah. So I didn't even have to select the element. It just actually, yeah. It always freaks people out because it's kind of weird. Yeah. So, I mean, typically, and the right way to do this, WTF. Wow. The right way to do this is actually to create the variable, right? I could create a variable called viewCount and set that equal to document.querySelector, the thing with the ID viewCount. And then similarly, chatters. Wow. And so, I mean, this is the code you would expect to see, and it still should work that way. But yeah. By default, you get those global variables. I haven't relied on that for 20 years. I'd completely forgotten about it. Yeah. No. This is the right way. And let me just leave a comment. The right way. Actually select the elements. But technically, I mean, you don't have to. You just get global variables. Cool. All right, should we use this? No. The answer is no. The main reason is anything that deals with globals, anything where it's hard to tell where did that variable actually come from, it's not nice. I'm just gonna give this a sans serif font. Nice. The right way is to select the element. Quality of code, yes. So to write this code right here is the right way, where we literally write JavaScript that selects the element so we know where that variable is coming from. Okay, this is working. Let's explain cores though. So we have our front end. This is just a totally static site. And actually, let me deploy this to a totally separate static server. Let's do this. We're going to deploy this with Vercel as well. But the nice thing about Vercel is not only can you do serverless deployments, you can do static deployments. So I have this client folder here. It has an index.html. And I'm going to deploy it. I'm going to deploy it to its own static website that's separate from my serverless backend. Now, technically, you can set it up all in the same folder, or the same domain, but I'm just to really demonstrate cores here, I'm going to do that. Let's go. So we're going to set up this client. We're going to call it Coding Garden Viewers. Chatters. There we go. My code's right here. By default, it's just going to see that there's only an index.html, and it's going to deploy. I only see 410 viewers, and we're going to deploy there. So if we go here, it works. And now let's use this as an example to talk about origins. So yeah, you can go here. It's not real time or anything like that, but technically you could refresh the page and it'll load the latest info. All right, let's talk about cores. I'm gonna bust out Lucid chart. We're gonna draw some diagrams. Yeah, serverless in general is really fun, but I'll bring it back and I'll talk and I'll mention like the serverless framework and stuff like that. What's this? The thing is, I'm out of Lucid chart documents, so we're just gonna use this document. So I'm not using the Twitch API. I mean, technically it's the Twitch API, but I'm using this TMI endpoint. So tmi.twitch.tv/group-user coding garden chatters. So this is technically not the Twitch API. This is the IRC server that's responding with information about the chat. So this will work in zero web host, static file hosting. So I mean, I would say you could use something like Vercel instead of triple zero web host. All right, let's talk about origins. If we go to MDN, they have a really good description of what an origin is. Well, that's the origin header. Looking at cores, the same origin security policy. Cool. All right, let's start here. The thing is, I have to go really soon. This is gonna be I'm sorry, this is the last thing we're gonna talk about. It's unfortunate, but this is the last thing we're gonna talk about. And let me just link this stuff. And I'm gonna push all this code to GitHub. You all can see it. You can poke at it. You can make it your own. All that good stuff. So we got that. We got that. Calamistal. I mean, somebody always does. And let's try to turn this into YouTube content. Who's ready for content? Get those content emotes out. Content. I gotta spell it right. Content. All right. And I think by default, I'm going to show like what the actual URL is. Coding Garden. What do we call this? Oh yeah, real URL, or the proxied URL. Okay, I think we've got everything set up. We're ready to talk about it. We're gonna try to make this like YouTube really likes like 11-minute videos. Oh, thank you, NJ. Let's do this. Wait. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. In this video, we are going to discuss the same origin policy, or CORS, or cross-origin resource sharing, and what that means, how it works, how you can get around it, and we'll also talk a little bit about serverless, but this is mainly going to be about like what is CORS. So if you check out MDN, you can read about the same origin policy, and the first thing you need to know and understand to understand CORS is what is an origin. So the definition of an origin is that it includes the protocol, the port, and the host. So looking at a URL, you can break it down. If we look at this URL, someone in the chat tell me what technically is the port of this URL. What's the port? First one to answer gets 100 imaginary points. 80, yeah, thank you, the final edge. So by default, when your browser makes a request to an HTTP server, it checks port 80 because that's the standard HTTP report. All right. What about this one? Can anybody tell me what's the default HTTPS port? The Fistrand, great job, Fistrand. 443, yeah. So when we talk about an origin, the origin here includes the host. The host is the entire domain here, including the subdomain. So this host is store.company.com. So that's one part of the origin. The next part of the origin is the port. So like we mentioned, this defaults to 80. So the port here is 80. And the protocol here is HTTP. So this origin is actually the same as this origin, even though they list different paths. So the path is not included in the origin. It's just the protocol, the host, and the port. But if you compare these two different ones, why is this origin not the same as this origin? First one to tell me in the chat. Why is this one different from this one? F. Bucheros, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We're currently talking about CORS. The protocol, yeah, and technically the port too. It's the protocol and the port. So in this case, the protocol is HTTP, and in this case, the protocol is HTTPS. So in this case, it's port 80, and in this case, it's 443. Now, it's only the same origin if the protocol, the port, and the host are the same. So if any one of those things are different, it's a different origin. That's the first thing you need to understand about CORS. Cool. Now, we're going to use an example of where we were trying to make a request to this Twitch IRC endpoint. So this is an API endpoint that gives me back all of the viewers in my Twitch chat right now. And we wanted to build a front end that calls this API. But if you take a look at the requests, the request headers, when we make this request, you can see that there are only a couple of, the response headers, the response headers. There are only a couple of response headers. And if we try to make this request from our front end, let's actually do this. So I'm gonna run this locally, and we're going to attempt to make the request, and we're gonna see the error. So let's grab this actual URL. So there's that. All right, and I am going to just run this locally. So this is a simple little web page that makes the request to that endpoint when the page spins up so that it can get the list of chatters and the number of chatters. Now, as you can see, the page is blank. Why is the page blank? CORS, the dreaded CORS. And so if we look at the console, we see the CORS error. You've probably seen this error before, but let's read it, because now that we know what an origin is, this might make a little more sense. So it says, cross-origin request blocked. The same origin policy disallows reading the remote resource at that. And I believe in Chrome, you'll actually get a bit more descriptive error. Let's see. Let's look at what error we get in Chrome. I'm in Firefox right now, by the way. Yeah. So the one in Chrome is a little more helpful. So access to fetch at that URL that we're trying to hit from origin localhost 3008 has been blocked by CORS, by the CORS policy. No access control allow origin header is present in the requested resource. So we learned about origins, right? These two origins are different. How are they different? The protocol, right? This one has HTTPS. This one has HTTP. This one has a host of tmi.twitch.tv. This one has a host of localhost. This one has a port of 443. This one has a port of 3008. So these are two different origins. And so that's when this policy kicks in. Now, I haven't talked about why this policy exists. I'm really just going to talk about like the mechanics of it, but just know that it's for security purposes. Yeah, that's for another video to talk about why it exists. But there we go. So those are two different origins, so it's not going to let me make that request. And you can see in the error it says no access control allow origin header is present in the requested resource. So when we looked at the headers of the response, there is no access control allow origin header. So to fix this, we need an endpoint that actually sets that header. We need a backend endpoint that responds, including that header that includes access control allow origin, because the access control allow origin header will say what origins are allowed to make this request. My security. All right, so if we take a look, I think I had, yes. So there are quite a few headers involved with cores, and the main one here is access control out origin. So this header is set by the server. The client can't do anything about this. This has to be set by the server, and this specifies which origins are allowed to make the request. And as we saw, not that one. That's the fixed one. As we saw here, there is no header there. So the fix is to add that header. Now, I'm not in control of tmi.twitch.tv. That's owned by Twitch. I have no way of adding new headers to this response. So the only way that I can fix that is with a proxy. So I can make my own server that actually does add the header, makes the request here, because servers, that's one thing to know, servers are not restricted by the core's policy. Servers can do anything they want. And so let's draw a quick little diagram about proxies. So let's say we have the TMI API here, and then we have my client here. This is the thing that's trying to make the request. And let's increase the font. Go, 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 go. Dang servers. Go, 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 go. All right, so initially, my client, actually, let's draw it in this direction. So initially, the client I was creating, that little web page, was trying to make the request directly to the TMI API. And that didn't work because the TMI API is not setting the header. So for this, we need a proxy. So instead of making the request directly to the TMI API, we're going to make a request to a proxy that we create. TMI proxy, made by us. And so our client makes the request to the proxy. And then in turn, the proxy makes the request to the actual API. So this goes here. It gets back the response, and then that responds back with the data. So a proxy, all a proxy is a thing in the middle of the thing that you actually want. So instead of making the request directly to the TMI API, we make a request to our proxy makes a request to the TMI API, and the TMI API responds to the proxy, and then our proxy responds to the client. So a proxy is a person in the middle, yeah. A VPN, it's kind of like a proxy, because you're sending all of your requests to the VPN. The VPN is then sending your request to the end result, getting back the response and sending back the response to you. Yeah, I'd say it's kind of like that. So that's what a proxy is, and we can create our own, and we already have done that. So I created this serverless proxy function called the TMI proxy.vercel.app. I'm using a service called Vercel. If you want to see how I built it, you can watch the live stream VOD. But basically, I have written a backend serverless function that makes the request, just like this diagram. It makes the request to the TMI API. It gets back the response, and it sets those cores headers that we were talking about. So if we look at this response, this at the TMI proxy, and we look at the response headers, look at that. It's actually setting access control allow origin star. And I'll show you the code that does that. So if we look, this is our backend code. This is my backend serverless function. And my backend sets the access control allow origin header. And you can set this to anything you want. Like technically, I could restrict this to a specific origin. I could say only this specific origin, coding, I think it's like coding garden chatters.vercel. I'm making spelling mistakes, that's fine. But I could say that please only allow this origin to make the request. But by default, I'm actually allowing anything. So any client, regardless of origin, is allowed to make a request to this backend. So on Vercel, this is how you can set up those headers. There's a link there to that documentation. But then we can see the backend code. And the backend code, honestly, isn't that much different from our front-end code. It's just happening on the backend where there is no cores restriction. So the backend, when it receives a request, makes a request out to the TMI API, and then sends back the response to the client. So this code right here is basically how we implement that diagram here. This idea of we got an incoming request, we call the API, we get back the response, and then we forward that response. This is the actual code that makes that happen. Okay, so that's our proxy, that's our backend thing. And then now, if we want to actually fix this, instead of making the request on the front end directly to the TMI API, we're gonna make the request to our proxy instead, because our proxy is actually setting those headers. So I'm gonna save that, we'll go back. We can see that the CORS error is gone, and now I actually get back the data. And if we look at the network response, we can see, it's so hard. We can see right here, if we look at the headers, that I'm now calling the proxy instead of the actual URL, and it's setting that access control allow origin star header. So that worked in Chrome. We can go back to Firefox and see it working there as well. There we go. Oh no, that's the deployed app. Where's my local one? This one. Yeah, look at it. No CORS error. We fixed it. So I'll mention, this is one way to fix a CORS error. Basically, you create a proxy, you set the access control allow origin star, or access control allow origin header to whatever origin you want it to be, and you get back the response. There are existing proxies you can use. There is the CORS Anywhere proxy, and this is something that someone has published to Heroku, and you can actually just take this URL, CORS Anywhere, put it in front of the URL you're trying to make the request to, and this thing actually sets the headers for you. But all they're doing is what this diagram, right? They're taking in your request, making the actual request, responding with the headers included. So yeah, you can use something like that. I think that's about it. Thank you everyone for watching. We fixed it, yeah. And there are 396 people in the chat. That's very cool. Thank you everyone for being here. Everyone say bye YouTube. Bye YouTube. And you should, if you're watching on YouTube, you should join me on Twitch. And join us on Twitch, right? And yeah, and Alka has a good point. Like, my proxy is very, very specific. Like, my proxy only allows you to make requests to this particular TMI API. But CORS Anywhere, you can request any URL, you can set other things. But yeah, all right, bye YouTube. See you later. All right, that's it. Really quick, I'll mention the serverless framework. Yeah, I actually haven't used this much, but this is like an entire framework for configuring your serverless functions and deploying your serverless functions. Earlier, I mentioned that there are other services. So I specifically am just using Vercel, but there are things like AWS Lambda, there's Firebase functions, there is, there are, what else? Netlify has functions. There's a lot of service providers for serverless functions. And I believe serverless wraps up, or basically, it prevents you from having like deployment-specific information in your code, because a lot of times you have to do specific things for Netlify versus specific things for like Vercel, and serverless abstracts that away, so that way, like, they remove all the details, so you can switch serverless providers if you really wanted to. So this is cool. I really haven't used it much. I've only helped other people that have been using it. Yeah, it looks like they actually only support some of the bigger cloud providers rather than the things I'm mentioning, like Firebase functions, Vercel functions, and like Netlify functions. Those are like even higher level than things like AWS and Google Cloud and stuff like that. All right. So I have to go. I appreciate you all. We're going to raid somebody, so stick around for the raid. I'm going to push this code to GitHub. So look out for that. I was going to say, I'll probably post it in the Discord. If you're already on our Discord, I'll post the link to this code. This eventually will be a YouTube video, so you can watch it there as well. And thank you everyone for being here. Aaron with the 20k seedlings. Oh, Crames with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, let's do this really quick. Who learned, if you learned something today, type 1 in the chat. And if you're a sub, you can do coding 1. If you didn't learn something, just type your favorite emote in the chat. Nice. Coding 0. Nice. It's good to see everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. I realize 48 follows came in that I did not personally acknowledge. And that's mainly because I was trying to do the video, but now I got to go to work. I'm sorry, everyone. But if you stay tuned, oh, that's true. It is the first autocomplete because it starts with a 1. That makes sense. You're welcome, Callum. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you watch the end, the credits will have your name if you followed. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. I realize that you don't have to follow, but you did. And I would like to acknowledge you all, but we were busy. We're busy doing stuff. I'll just show your names really quick. All right. Thanks for being here. Today is Friday. Wow. Okay. I've just been so busy. I do plan to stream tomorrow, and I will probably try to stream Entropy Chat. However, maybe we'll do something else. We'll see. We'll see. But tune in tomorrow. If you join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff, you'll get notified when I go live. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the supports today. Such strong support. Thank you so much. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here is this. And also, stick around. Join us in this raid.